Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me know how you doing in the chat. Let me know how you doing in the chat. We on day 3 of my live stream, pretty much like live stream marathon. So this is day 3. Was having some technical difficulties yesterday, but we are back today. So super excited to be here. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're at. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Nightmares Edge? How are you? How are you? How you doing? How you doing? So this is day 3. And it is Columbus Day, so we are doing a sale for GovTech Con. So if you're thinking about coming to GovTech Con, definitely get your ticket today. What's up? What's up? Get your ticket today. 20% off for Columbus Day. You don't want to miss it. GovTech Con is the place to be. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let me put this in the chat so y'all can see it. How's everybody doing? Hey, what's up? What's up? Jay, you said you've been waiting for day 3. I remember you asked me a question. I can't remember exactly what the question was. What was the question you had asked me on my other video? I forgot what it was. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? Let me know. I'm gonna give y'all the direct link to getting your ticket, actually. So you don't even have to fill out the type form or any of that. Give you the direct link to it. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, there we go. That's what the question was. That's what the question was. When's the next GovTech Con in 2025? Man, you think about 2025 already. We're looking at September. We're looking at September for 2025. John, congrats, man. Congrats. Yes, let's go. John said recently accepted a position for $120,000 as a government contractor going overseas next year for close to 200K. That should put me near 7 figures net worth. Congrats, John. Let me know, like, what type of work are you going to be doing overseas? What country are you going to? How you feeling about going overseas? Jay, you said, can you talk about moving overseas with the family? Yeah, definitely. So obviously, I didn't move overseas with a family. My ex-wife, wife at the time, she didn't want to come overseas with me. So I was overseas by myself, right? So, we actually met each other when I was in Taiwan. So literally like second day in Taiwan. Okay. Let me back that up. So we didn't meet each other when I was in Taiwan, but we started like talking and dating when I was in Taiwan. We met each other back when I was in college. So, but she didn't want to come with me to Taiwan or like South Korea or anything like that. So, but if you have a family and you want them to come with you overseas, basically how it works is as long as you are somewhere where you have your own apartment or you have like company housing, that like they don't mind other people like coming to stay with you, you're pretty much fine. Or if you have a house, right? So the way a lot of these contracts work, they give you a certain amount of money that you have that goes towards your housing. So when you have that money going towards your housing, you have up to a certain amount. So like for me, when I was in South Korea, we had, I think it was about $1,900 or $2,000 a month to go towards our housing. When it comes to that, that's more than enough to get any type of place you want. I lived in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom place in South Korea. And basically you just got to focus on like the visa laws, and you have to focus on that's pretty much it. It's just like the visa laws and stuff. So like you get them a visa, and like maybe they have to come and go every so often. Maybe it's like every 6 months or something. You might have to leave, come back. But there's another way that they have contracts too. It's called an accompanied contract. And those are very, like they're seldomly seen nowadays. Like back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, they were very common, accompanied contracts. Now, not so common, right? But there is a job that I applied to that is a company. So I'm like, that's my number one pick right now. is to get this accompanied contract because I want to start a family, right? We want to have kids. We want to have, a couple of kids and have a family. So that is like my number one right now is the accompanied contract. So when a contract is accompanied, they'll pay for your spouse. They'll pay for they'll make sure they got their visa. They'll pay for your kids and their schooling and all of that. When it's not accompanied, you're going to pay all that out of pocket. But when you're overseas, it's way cheaper, right? Like a lot of my coworkers and stuff, they had like maids, they had nannies, they had tutors, they had all that. So it's really, really, really easy to pay for that stuff out of pocket. So don't think about it like how you would in the States where it's like, dang, if I got to pay for schooling, I got to pay for this, it's going to be too expensive. It's not like that overseas. So, that was a great question. I'm glad you came in, Jay. Glad you came in, Jay, to ask that question. But let me see. Let me share this on Twitter. Let me share this on Twitter before I even go any further. Let me share it because I have not shared it at all. But yeah, what are y'all up to? Like, what type of question y'all have? Drop your questions in the chat. Basically, I just come on here and answer questions, talk to you all, talk about things I got going on. So, I'm on my kind of like live marathon, going live almost every day. But definitely going to go live 60 times before GovTech Con. If you don't know about GovTech Con, GovTech Con is a 3-day conference where we will have a 2-day career fair. So there's going to be government agencies and government contractors hiring on the spot because we're going to have these interview booths. We will also have different keynote speakers, and it will be different GovTech experts, whether they are for the federal government or they work as a government contractor. We'll also have technical workshops and career workshops. LinkedIn will be there. So they'll be doing LinkedIn workshops and LinkedIn workshops and headshot pictures. And also AWS Skill Center is going to be like bussing people over so y'all can learn about like their cloud certifications and things like that. So yeah, let me see. Let me share this with my Twitter fam. How y'all doing tonight? Oops. All right, there we go. All right, cool. Let me see what questions have come through. Oh yeah, make sure you comment, share it with a friend, anybody that's interested in working with the government, for the government contractor, federal government, either or. Pi said, I hated South Korea, dog. You couldn't pay me to work in South Korea again. I'm not gonna lie to you. You could not pay me. That's the only contract that I quit. Like I was like, I'm done with y'all. I'm out. I literally booked me a Delta One flight back to the States. I said, I'm out. Like that's the only contract I quit. You could not pay me to work in South Korea again. I don't care how much bread it is. I'll go there temporarily, but I would not work a contract where it's there like full time. I wouldn't do it. Like I would not do it unless I was there's no way. Like I would not go back and work in South Korea. AF, what's up? Yeah, when we moved overseas, my dad's job paid for everything, including schooling and housing and plane tickets. Yep. So that's the main difference between a company and an unaccompanied. If it's accompanied, they'll even pay for your family's plane tickets and stuff. If it's unaccompanied, that's on you to pay for it out of pocket. How do we find the topics on the DTOT test? I don't even know what that is. What's DTOT? Lauren, so did you experience any of that in Asia or other places you traveled? I know of horror stories from peers of yours. If so, how they navigate it? Did their company protect and stand up for them? I've talked about this once on TikTok. I've never talked about it on YouTube or anything like that. But like I said, South Korea, I had the worst experience in South Korea. It was crazy, right? So in South Korea, I don't know why they had issues with me. They did not like me in South Korea. And it got to the point where they actually had one of the like U.S. embassy representatives come to Osan Air Force Base to like have a meeting because they were upset that I was using the same bathroom as their the Osan, like the Korean, this rock. So Republic of Korean Air Force, they were upset I was using the same bathroom as the women. So they wanted me to use a different bathroom somewhere else, but they never told me. So I didn't know it was a problem until the embassy had came down and was like, yo, you can't, they don't want you using this bathroom. Here, they gave you a new bathroom. Here's a pin code. But I loved it though. When they gave me my own bathroom, there was a couch in there. I was in there having a great time, napping, chilling, had my own little break room, had my own little area. Nobody went in there. So I was like, whatever. So, but yeah. And then I had issues with like, with the COVID testing and all that. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. I was like, nah, I'm out. I literally like quit and left 4 days later. So my company, they were looking to find me other positions, but they weren't trying to give me anything that I wanted. They were like, hey, we got something in Idaho and we got something in Oklahoma. We got something in California, but not like a good part of California. I can't even remember what city it was. I was like, nah, I'm okay. Oh, I don't know. Diplomatic technology officer test. I don't know. I've never taken that. Lamb vet. Let's say you get a contract for a year. What happens after? Does the company you work for send you somewhere else, or is that it? And now you have to apply for another job. So basically, the way that it works is, you know, if they like you, they'll offer to extend your contract. So typically, like 2 or 3 months before, you'll get an email from like HR saying, hey, your contract's almost up. We're offering you to extend your contract. If you want to extend your contract, reply back and say, yes, I want to extend. If not, just say, no, I don't want to extend. That's pretty much how it works. So as long as like that company still has the contract, everything's still good, they'll just ask you if you want to extend. Hansel, are you familiar with GDIT? Is it a good company? Yeah, GDIT is a great company. Tariq, hey, what's up? What's up, man? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. You got a TSSEI and a master's in cyber. You manage a team about 10 to 12 IT professionals in the Army. What salary would I expect to earn? So are you still in the military? Shoot. I would say, look, if you get your CISSP, you can make 250. So that's what I would try to do. Get your CISSP, ask anywhere from 220 to 250. Hansel said, where do you find these contracts? What website, resume format, clearancejobs.com or on Vectress. Vectress is like one of the easiest ways, but clearance jobs, a lot of companies post their jobs on there. Or you can go like directly to the government contractor site. So like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Leidos, Mantech, Khaki, so many. Jacobs. Who else goes overseas? Booz has some overseas contracts too sometimes. Yeah, CISSP and TSSEI, yeah, you're looking at 250. Raheem, what's up, man? Have you fulfilled the volunteer position for GovTech? Which one, my assistant or just like in general? We do still have volunteer positions in general. For my like assistant, I still haven't chosen anybody yet. Kelly, any classes or study groups in the DMV area in person to obtain a Security Plus certification? I can ask one of like my instructors. So we do it virtually, but we don't offer it anymore. People, they just weren't serious. So I'll ask one of my instructors. She's in the DMV. She's great. So I'll see if she's doing like another in-person class soon. Oh yes, for the assistant. Yeah, I haven't picked anybody for the assistant yet. AF, what's up? Let me see. Okay, you said, can I talk about entry-level jobs for people that are just getting started? I know you mentioned that you need a year or two of experience before going overseas. Yeah, so I'm assuming you're talking like tech-wise, right? So tech-wise, you can do a couple of different things. Tech-wise, you can do help desk is as entry-level as it goes, right? So you got help desk roles or IT support engineer, same thing. That's as entry as it is. It's the lowest paying roles, but you can get into those roles and you can move up quickly. So we just had a Twitter space a couple of days ago talking about like help desk and how fast you can move up. There was one girl inside of the space. Sorry, y'all. I think I got a eyelash in my eye. There's one girl inside of the space. She literally went from no experience to help desk to making six figures like about 6 to 8 months later. So you can move up fast in help desk. Help desk is the as entry as it gets. Then if you want to get like some more advanced certifications, you can get system administrator certs. So you can get some sysadmin certs when it comes to like Linux system administrator or Windows Azure system administrator, or they also have other system administrator positions or not positions, but certifications as well in terms of other technologies and platforms. So like cybersecurity platforms, right? You can get a Splunk sysadmin administrator. There's CrowdStrike sysadmin, Palo Alto sysadmin, right? So all of these different technologies, they have sysadmin certifications. And with those can help you get system administrator jobs. So that's pretty much how it is. Yo, what up? What up? Hey, I already fixed it. I fixed it already. I haven't texted you yet. I fixed it already. I fixed it. Let me see. It's the same code. Hold on. Let me DM you on Twitter. It's the same code. This daggone eyelash is killing me. And then also, like, let's say you want to do GRC, which is a non-technical cybersecurity role. Depending on what you do, some people take their policy experience, like whether you're a lawyer or a firefighter or a police officer. Some teachers also do it as well. Like some people, they just take like that policy experience that they have, and then they apply it to tech, and they get a GRC cybersecurity role. So you're able to do that too. Hey, Tony, what's up? Lauren said, I like to gauge the kind of work ethic I need to be in tech and thrive and it be sustainable. Can you give an idea of the workload and the work ethic you need to have outside of automation? Yeah, no, Lauren, that's a great question. So I would say, like, if you want to be in tech, a lot of your work ethic, especially if you're brand new, is going to be one, like putting in the consistent effort to study and learn your new tech skills. So whether it's like just the definitions, concepts, and things like that. And then also doing labs as well, hands-on labs. And then when it comes to the job specifically, when you first start working, like your main thing is going to be, hey, I need to always be learning because this is brand new to me. So when you're on the job, you can, try to shadow your coworkers. You can read as many procedures and manuals as you can to learn as much about like the system and environment that you're working in. And then as well, you're going to always be learning just because it's new to you. So you're probably going to get more certifications. You might end up going to school if you want to go to school, right? But you're always going to be learning something new. So I would say the work ethic required to work in tech is to be a type of person that is okay with always learning something new, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to like be on all of the cutting edge technology, right? Especially not in GovTech. Everything you do is not cutting edge unless you're on those like cutting edge R&D programs, which is research and development. But if you're not on that, you just need to really learn your job and learn it really well. Let me see. Your name is hard to pronounce. Can you send us an email? Moob, can you send us an email? Send us an email. Send my assistant an email so she can get to you. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Moob. I don't Moob. Hold on. All right, cool. I'm putting her email in the chat. What about October 20th seminar? You talking about my challenge? Yes, we're going up. We're going up for the challenge. Next week is the challenge. So it's a 5-day GovTech challenge. So basically, I help you learn as much as you can learn about what it takes from where you are currently to getting into your first GovTech role. So by the end of the challenge, you'll have a GovTech resume, you'll have a strategy, and you'll have started applying for jobs. Hopefully, if you actually apply what you're learning, you should have started applying for jobs. Mr. Ray 504, what's up? What's up? You might be the family. You're the whole reason why I jumped into tech. I just earned my certified in cybersecurity with ISC Squared, studying for Security Plus, and I'm enrolled with WGU with a master's of cyber and information assurance program. Nice. Congrats, Mr. Ray. Definitely proud of you, man. I would say before you finish that master's, if you don't have any tech experience yet, make sure you get some tech experience. I don't want you to graduate and then have a hard time finding a job, because they tend to do that too. Obey, what's up? With my experience as a notary, NSA translate to the GRC role in your opinion? I would say so for sure. I mean, as a notary, you have to know so many different policies, right? You got to understand the mortgage policy. You have to understand the state policy, federal policy. I would say yes, you can. You definitely have some transferable skills for sure. I am Marshall Price. I just passed Security Plus. Congrats. Would you recommend RHCSA or going for a bachelor's degree from WGU, which my company will pay for? If you're already working, I would say it depends, right? You can, depending on like how much time you have to study, you can still bang out your RHCSA and then probably get a new job that pays way more and then have that company pay for your degree. Or if you're like, you know what, I like this company, I want to stay there, maybe you should just start doing your master's with WGU, because you're going to get a bunch of certs anyway. Let's see. I feel like I skipped a bunch of questions. Devin says CISSP requires tech experience. That's why easily 250. Yes, exactly. CISSP requires 5 years of experience. So if you get it, they already know you have 5 years experience. It's a managerial cybersecurity cert. So they already know you're on your stuff. So you have a CISSP and you have a TSSCI or CI Poly or FSP Poly, whichever one. You definitely have a lot of things going for you. Jay said, I'm currently still in the Army, have an associate's degree in computer science with a secret. Obtain your Security Plus and Net Plus. What realistic salary should I be looking for? Jay, you need to be asking for 6 figures. 100K minimum. What do network engineers make overseas with a CCNA and Security Plus? I mean, it depends on your base, right? So general rule of thumb is whatever your base salary is, double it. That's what you're going to make overseas. Tony, I come from an educated background. Yeah, you might like GRC. Rachel said, I work GRC HIPAA healthcare 9 years currently, enrolled in Boyd Cluis GRC cybersecurity training boot camp. Yeah, Rachel, I would definitely say, like, if you're already doing GRC, you should definitely easily be able to make that transition for sure. Devin, you're a system analyst 4. How much can you make overseas? What do you do as like a system analyst? Like what type of role, what type of work specifically? John, could you give us a roadmap on what to do with finances? What we have once we have the job? I talk about that in my challenge. We talk about that in the challenge for sure. My cousin keeps telling me to put my financial book out again. I haven't put it out in a while. Let's see. What's up? How's everybody doing? Make sure you share the live with somebody who wants to get into a job in the government space, whether it's federal government contractor. Definitely share the live. Kenny, currently work for the state in GovTech as a data migration analyst and recently started a role with the same company as a security analyst. Graduated last year with a cybersecurity degree and have Sec Plus. Dope. Tamia, hey, what's up? What are some of the highest paying roles overseas? I mean, it really comes down to your, like, how high you can get your base salary, right? So your base salary is going to determine a lot. It's going to be your base salary, how many hours you work, right? There are some contracts overseas where you work 12 to 13 hours a day, every day, right? Those are going to be the highest paying, but of course you're working nonstop, right? That's what I did. When I was like, you know what? I want to make $200K a year. I went and I lived on a mountain in Taiwan. I worked 13-hour days, it was supposed to be 10 days on, 2 days off, but I worked nights and I was like, it's pointless for me to take 2 days off. By the time I even adjust halfway, like I only have one more day, I got to go back to work. So I had started working 13-hour days, 26 days straight, and then I would take like a week off. Like that's what I was doing. So I worked pretty much the whole month. Then I take a week off and then I do it again. And I did that for 12 months. So that's how I at first got to 225. At that time, my base salary was, I think my base salary was, I don't know. I think my base salary was like right at 100. I think I was right at like 101 and I was making 225, but I was working a ton of hours. Then when I went to South Korea, that's where I was working great hours. In South Korea, like I said, not a great work environment, but I was making great money. So I was making like 210 and I was only working 40 hours a week. So I wasn't really complaining at all with like the work-life balance. I was chilling most of the time. And then because it was during COVID, like people kept getting COVID and we weren't ever at work. So, but yeah. So basically when it comes to the highest paying roles is how high can you get your base salary? So what you want to do is get into eventually like your title needs to have engineer in the title, right? Whatever type of role it is, whether it's cybersecurity engineer, whether it is, I don't know, cloud security engineer, or let me just pull up some roles. I'm not just gonna keep blabbing them out. I'm just gonna pull up some jobs and we're gonna talk about them. I'll show you some of the jobs that I've been applying to with Vectress. Let me see. It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day for me, man. Let me see. All righty. Can y'all see the screen? Let me know if y'all can see the screen. Let me know. It's like a delay. It's a little delay over here. So, we'll just do job family, I guess. IT. Sometimes operations. They don't always like label this stuff right. IT operations. We'll do engineering too. So look, like communications engineer, right? There's jobs where you could be like a communications specialist or communications technician or communications analyst, right? You want to eventually get to the point where you're an engineer, right? That's going to help you get paid more. Comms engineer. This location sucks. It's in Marshall Islands. It's in the middle of nowhere. You definitely don't want to live there. I think I applied for this position, but in a different location. Hold on. Let me see. Network engineer roles, those are going to pay really well, right? So you get your CCNA, CCNP, those are going to pay really, really well. Threat engineer, those roles pay extremely well. Like you get to becoming a threat engineer. Let's see. Obviously, software engineer roles pay extremely well as well. Let's see what else they got on here. System admin roles pay well too. Like I said, when I was in South Korea, I was a sysadmin. I was making 210 out there. Virtualization engineers, those pay pretty well too. I would say DevOps engineers pay well as well, but you're not going to find any DevOps roles overseas though. Vulnerability analyst, like that's an entry level like cybersecurity role. Let's see what else they got. I'm not gonna look through all the pages. I'm gonna just pick some. Let's see where we at. Yeah, any role that ends in technician is gonna be like low paying or entry level, right? So your number one job is to make sure that your job title does not reflect entry level or low paying. So anything that's like technician or specialist, even analyst, right? It's fine if you're like just starting out, but like if you got at least 3 years of experience, you need to make sure you're not working any job that has like specialist, analyst, or technician in the title. Like you're going to be underpaid, guaranteed, always. So you don't want to do that. Marty, hey, what's up? Tam, when we gonna go live together? You want to go live together? What do you want to do? You want to go live or you want to do a podcast? What's up? What's up? What do you want to do? You want to do a podcast or you want to go live? I think it should be. I think we should do both. I think we should do both. Mr. Ray 504, sysadmin manager for 5 years with Walmart. What else could I do while enrolled? I gotta go back up because I forgot the other question. Let me see. Oh, while you're enrolled at WGU? I mean, it depends. Mr. Ray, what are your goals? Like, what are your goals? Where do you want to get to? Tam said, every engineer needs to learn how to do the basics in coding. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I think that like every engineer should at least at bare minimum learn scripting, right? Whether it's Bash shell scripting or Python scripting, I think every engineer should learn that for sure. Definitely the basics. You got some overseas DevSecOps roles in Australia. Tim, you need to send me some roles. You need to send me some roles. I'll come out there to Colorado if the pay is right. I'll come and work with Space Force if the pay is right. I just did a screening interview with a fully remote role supported Space Force. So I'm hoping that goes well. Let me see. Taylor said, Mr. Ray, you said I needed experience. Well, you said you're a sysadmin with Walmart. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you're a sysadmin with Walmart, then you're okay. Yeah, you're good there. I mean, hold on. I got to go back up. Okay. Yeah. So you're good there. I mean, what else could you do? Do you have you said you have 5 years of sysadmin experience? Peter, what part of Taiwan did you work in? I'm from Taiwan. What mountain? I don't think I'm allowed to say which mountain, but it's in Taiwan. Taylor, you think I could get hired for a GS69 in a month? I need to find another Fed job ASAP. Man, Taylor, if I honestly say like, in 1 month, that's going to be really hard. I would say just focus on getting a government contractor job just to hold you over and then go back. That's what I would do. Oh, to get paid like me? I mean, you're already on the right path, right? You're already on the right path. So I would say start looking at the different like DoD 8570 certs for sure, right? Like what we were talking about. So you're already at WGU. I can't remember exactly what they added into their masters. I gotta look and see what the master's program has in it now for the cyber like certs. Hold on. Let me look and see. Okay. So CYSA plus CAS, SISM. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's not really too much that you can do outside of that. I mean, I would say maybe like RHCSA and the RHCE. I don't know. Or maybe like some Kubernetes certs, I guess. It depends on what, like, you said you want to get paid like me. I don't know. Maybe RHCSA. You can add that in. But you're already going to get all these certs too. Maybe the RHCSA. That'll help you out. Let's see. Pam, you just put a dot. Stop taking all your viewers. Bro, you gotta get your subs up. You gotta get your subs up. Yeah, the RHCSA and then from there get the RHCE. That's probably be best for you. If you add those on with that, I mean you're straight. Hey, but he shouldn't have to pay for the sand cert out of pocket though. The prices for the sand certs are just disrespectful. How does this affect Kings Von's legacy? Do you have any advice for retail wanting to jump into IT? Yeah, I mean, I always say, like, if you're in retail, depends on how fast you want to go. Like, you want to get off your feet fast, I would just go get a help desk job, right? So you can learn the foundations of computer software, hardware, some networking, some virtualization, and then get the security plus, and then get a help desk job. Yeah, this is why you get the job to pay for the SAN cert. Definitely. Yo, I've seen some people talk about they're paying for the SAN cert out of pocket. I'm like, you're doing it all wrong. Like, paying for the class and the cert out of pocket, that's almost 10 bands. That, to me, that just doesn't make sense. Pam said, how do I find a government internship for entry level with no tech background with only security plus and a BS in psychology? Pam, it's probably not going to be possible. You're most likely going to need to, yeah, you're most likely going to need to go government contractor. Because the only way you can get an internship is if you're in school. Are you in school, Pam? CASP is a requirement for your government contract job. Yes, yep. Hey, Olivia, what's up? I have a tech sales background. Would you recommend Salesforce Administrator or A plus, Net plus, and Sec plus? Well, I wouldn't recommend the trifecta for anybody. Like, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. I don't know. I mean, if you're talking like GovTech or just regular tech, I feel like in GovTech, I don't see many Salesforce admin jobs. I see more ServiceNow admin jobs than I see Salesforce admin jobs. And then when it comes to like the CompTIA trifecta, I just don't believe in it. So just get the security plus. Can a person get a security clearance if they've been arrested? Yes, definitely. Yeah, ITSM is huge. You know, it's a whole lane. Tam, what are you going to talk about at the conference? Y'all see Tam in here dropping gems. Let's see. What is a government contract? How do I find more about it? So a government contract is basically, so if you all don't understand kind of like the dynamics on how the world of the government works, okay? So the government's at the top, trying to make sure my hands are still on the screen. The government's at the top, all right? And what the government does, if they need something done, let's say the government's like, we need a new website. Government hardly ever does work themselves. They usually will put out a RFP, which is for request for a proposal. They want companies to say, hey, we can make this website for you. So the government's at the top and they're like, hey, we need a website done. Then you got all these little companies. They're not little. Most of them are big. You got these huge companies that are like, I can do it. I can make this website for this price. Company number 2, I can make this website for this price. Company number 3, I can make it for this price. Nowadays, government's going to go with the company that's like, I can do it for the cheapest and the fastest, right? So the government, once they're like, all right, cool, you're cheap and you're fast, we're going to go with you. We're going to give you this contract. That is a government contractor company, right? They go after contracts with the government, and basically with these contracts, they last for 5 years. So it'll be a 5-year initial contract typically, and then they typically extend the contract, all right? So that's pretty much how it works. So that is government contracting, and these companies that you work for, right? Like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, Booz Allen, Leidos, Mantech, all of these companies, they're government contractor companies, right? And what they do is they just work with the government primarily, whether it's U.S. government or foreign military sales, which is foreign military government, right? Or foreign military. So that's pretty much how it works. That's the dynamic. And so the first company that wins the main contract, they're like the big dog. They are the prime contractor, right? So they're prime on the contract. And then you have what you call subprime, right? So you got the government, you got the prime contractor that won the contract that said, hey, I can do the work for the cheapest. But really, they're not going to be the only one doing the work, right? Let's say the company is really, really good at doing like website front end. And they're like, okay, well, we need somebody to help us with the website back end. Then they go find another company, and that is the subcontractor, right? So you got the prime and the sub, and you got the government contractor. So that's how government contracting works. All government contractors work together, and that is the world of government tech. So that's pretty much how it works. Hopefully that makes sense. That's the world of government contracting and the government. Mr. Ray said, I wish I knew how valuable that TS was back in 2006. They don't tell you that in the military. People know now, but back then, yeah, I mean, they definitely don't want y'all to know how valuable it is. I mean, even now, I got a lot of people that are like, oh, I didn't know my clearance was that valuable. Like, they had no idea. Hey, what's up? Just passed your Security Plus. Congrats. Congrats. Oh, congrats. Does Symoné catch government contracts? Well, I do work with somebody who's a prime contractor and help them find people to get jobs. But I mean, one day I'm gonna get my own government contracts, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I've been an entrepreneur since forever. I feel like growing up, burning CDs, fixing iPhones, jailbreaking iPhones, flipping sneakers. I've been doing this like my whole life, right? I came out with an app back in 2016 called Giftize, which would allow you to save gifts from Twitter. That had over 1 million downloads, right? So I've been doing entrepreneurship for a while. And government contracting, it doesn't have to be overly complicated. You could literally just be like a 1099. You could do 1099 C2C and work directly with the government. But it's probably not going to be something that I do, because what I do overseas, I don't even think like C2C exists for that, honestly, with what I do overseas. And I don't know. I just don't really have as much interest anymore to be grinding. I don't know if you were here a little bit earlier, but my goal is to start a family, and I'm not going to be able to start a family if I'm grinding, keep trying to like push my businesses forward. Like, I feel like I've already won. All I need to do is just coast it out, keep doing what I do, keep making the money that I make. And that's why I'm trying to go back overseas, right? So if I can go back overseas, make like anywhere between 270 to 350, chill out. I mean, I'm pretty much good. So I don't think that's a long way for me to say I'm probably not going to go after my own government contracts as like a prime or anything like that, probably ever, because to me, it's just not worth it. Mimi, you got a clearance, but you keep getting ghosted. My background is in data analytics. Why do they keep ghosting you? Are they ghosting you from your screener, Carl? Mimi, what's happening? So like where I tell people, like when it comes to your career and trying to identify what the problem is, you gotta figure out, where are you having issues at? Are you applying for jobs and not hearing back? Are you applying for jobs and then the recruiter is reaching out to you for that first interview screen? Are you doing your first interview and then not hearing back? Like, where are you getting stuck in the process? Once we figure out where you're getting stuck in the process, then we can go from there and pretty much determine like what are the next best steps for you to take. Yeah, Tam, that's what I'm saying. Tam said, she said people have to imagine making 250 to 350K for 10 years. And then overseas, you're living for free. Your first 120 is free. I mean, it's just easy. It's way easier. Any GovTech events in LA that you know of? No. You want me to come to LA? You want to have an event in LA? So my plan is, even if I'm overseas, my plan is to go on like a full blown tour next year. So we will go to all of the major areas, right? So for GovTechCon is a nonprofit. So my goal is to go around to different military bases, different areas where there's high government presence, go around, do different networking events. So LA, Vegas, Texas, of course, Florida, Atlanta, obviously, DC. It's not really much in New York, but there's stuff out there sometimes. So probably not going to go to New York. Colorado, of course. There's stuff in Washington, but I don't want to go there. So, but and then Alabama. I want to go to Alabama. One of the ladies at MDA told me to come out there, and I didn't. She wanted me to come out there and talk to some like high schoolers and some of the universities. I just been so busy, I haven't had time to come out there. Let's see. Are there any cons with having a higher security clearance that you know of? I mean, the main con with having a high security clearance is going to be maintaining that clearance, right? So, making sure that you're always on the up and up, making sure you're always reporting whatever you need to report to your security office. I think that's the main con. I will say something that happened to me, that I felt like was a con. Raytheon did not want to hold my higher clearance. I don't know why. Like, they gave me a higher clearance, then I went overseas, and they were like, no, we're not going to hold it. Like, so, I think that's the only con, is that you might run across a company that doesn't want to hold your higher clearance. Yeah, Olivia, I'd go the Red Hat Linux route, security plus Python route. Come to Boston. Oh my God. I don't know. I come to Boston in the summer. I could not go to Boston in the winter. Like, I lived in Boston on and off for like 3 years. On and off for like 3 years. Look, Green Anaconda is back. Let's go. Green Anaconda. We gonna get you to 250, okay? 250 is the goal. 250 is the goal. 250 is the goal. Is all I need is a security plus to go to Japan. It's hard to get to Japan, y'all. I know that's where I went to, but it was all by luck. I didn't get to Japan like, yeah, I want to go overseas and go to Japan. Like, I got lucky. So there aren't a ton of roles in Japan, okay? Like, I think y'all got to get Japan out your mind. There aren't a lot of roles in Japan. Like, it's hard. Hold on. So there's 232 jobs right now in Japan. They're not all tech related. They're looking for a field service engineer. What are they doing? Ashore. That's not too bad. But see, this right here is like lower paying, and this is CCTV stuff. This is more kind of like security stuff. There aren't many high paying jobs over in Japan right now, from what I can see. Yeah. Like I said, I think y'all should get Japan out of your head. I got lucky. It was either Japan or Israel for me, and I didn't have a choice. It was just whichever role the other guy didn't take, that's where I was going. Test engineer staff level 4. But I don't know. I don't even know if this one goes to Japan. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah. It's in Nagoya, Japan. I don't even know where that is. Nagoya, Japan. Y'all know where Nagoya, Japan is? Where's that at? Y'all like when I pull up clearance jobs. They could be very strict on this in Japan. Yeah. No, definitely. Where's this at? Nagoya, Japan. Where are we? Where's Tokyo? Oh, Tokyo's over there. Oh, it's kind of like oh, okay, yeah. So like I was in Amori, Japan. I was way up here, y'all. I was way up here in Amori. Can y'all believe that? I was way up here in Amori, but it was only an hour flight to get to Tokyo. Japan, it's big, but it's not that big. Like this flight from Amori to Tokyo was 1 hour. That's it. So we was lit every weekend flying to Tokyo, lit. $100 round trip. Nagoya is a great city. What's in Nagoya? I've never heard of it. Legoland, Japan. I've never heard of it. I don't know what's here. But I would move back to Japan in a heartbeat. Like, I swear, I would move back to Japan in a heartbeat. Maybe I should apply. Y'all think I should apply? I might. But it's only a secret, though. But I might apply. And I think this just came up, too. Because I'm telling y'all, I look for jobs every day. And I search for jobs mostly by, like, by the location. I search by the job title. I do Boolean searches. So I do all kinds of stuff when I'm searching for these jobs. Let's see. You said you'd love to go to the Middle East minus the crisis areas? Yeah. No. Yeah, it's like if you go to like a hazardous area in the Middle East or anywhere in general, like if you go to a place where it's hazardous, the bag has to be like absolutely insane. Like I wouldn't go to a hazardous area for anything less than like 400. Like this one position I was looking at, it gave hazard pay, all that, but it was rotational. It was, what was it? 3 months on, 2 months off, right? So I was super excited, but I'm not gonna get into that story. I don't know who's watching. My old coworkers, they definitely paying attention, so we'll see. I'm not gonna fault them, but it is what it is. Charity, should I wait to pass Security Plus before applying for jobs? Are there any recommended events in ATL? For GovTech, I don't know any. There's only a few like government contractors that I know of in Atlanta. There's definitely more government agencies like CDC, FBI, some intel agencies, Department of Navy. I think they might be here too, or close by. Who else is here? My friend works for EPA. EPA is here. Tam said, I search by money and location. Can you search by money on clearance jobs? I need to start doing that. Yo, this one company hit me up. The base salary was $175, but the issue was they only gave you a 20% uplift. I was like, that's kind of sucks. Like, it takes all the like fun out of overseas, right? If they only give you a 20% uplift, like it was nothing else. It was no bonuses. It was no COLA. It was no nothing else. It was literally just you got your base and 20% more, which is just not how it's supposed to work overseas. Like you're supposed to get so many uplifts, so many bonuses. So if you don't get that, it's just, I don't know. But it's good that it's a high base salary though. High base salary can be great for whenever you want to go back to the States. But trust me, it's not many companies overseas that are going to pay you like 175 base. Like it's not many. And you need to have at least minimum like 10 years of experience, minimum. How to Boolean search. That's the advanced GovTech talk. Big bag hazard pay. Hi haters. Yeah. I go for the big bag. I would go for the big bag. Let's go. Let's go. You coming to the challenge? Let's go. It's going to be a good time. We moved it to next week. It's going to be a good time. What's an uplift? So an uplift is basically like, all right, so like my company that I used to work for, we had an uplift that was called difficult to staff, right? Literally, we got a 15% extra on top of our base salary because it was difficult to staff, like difficult for them to find people to want to work overseas. So just by taking the job, boom, extra 15% because it's difficult for us to find people that want to go overseas. Another uplift could be, what's another uplift we get? Like you could get like a differential for maybe working overnight. That's not more of an uplift. It's just a differential. So like if you worked overnight, they might pay you 5% more or $10 more, whatever it might be. Uplifts are basically anything that they add on to your base salary to make your salary higher. We will have to talk about the 25% in your 401k and 25% for medical, so it adds 50% back to you. What you mean? Uplifts are additional money that they put on top of your base salary, like every single paycheck, just for being overseas. Love Monroe, what's up? You said your goal is unclear on exactly what you want to do in a cybersecurity role. What path would I take? My major is in cloud, but I never see any entry-level roles for them. So, Love Monroe, if you're in cloud, you need to be looking for some cloud internships. Just look for cloud internships. Yeah, we going to have to break out your spreadsheet because I don't even know what you're talking about. We got to go live together. We got to go live together. I don't know how we can set that up. That would be dope. That would be dope if we go live together. You got to let me know how to do it. I guess we could do it with like Riverside FM or something. Abdul, what's up? What could you realistically demand salary rise in the DC area? 3 years of IT experience, Security Plus, Splunk Core, TS, looking for a security analyst role. 3 years, Security Plus, Splunk Core. I mean, it's DC. I would say minimum 120. Minimum 120. Anywhere between 120, maybe 135-ish. That's what I would aim for with that type of background. Anywhere from 120 to 135. That's what I would put like my salary range. Don't you get flights when you're overseas? So they'll pay for like your R&R, rest and relaxation. So they'll pay for you to like leave the country and relax and come back. Chat, what's up? Chat, please. Is WGU a good college for cybersecurity? Yodi, here's my opinion on WGU. I don't think I've never made a video like only about WGU. My opinion on WGU is this: if you have no experience, you should not go to WGU. If you have technical experience, you should go to WGU. That's how I look at it. No experience, do not go. You have experience, go. But if you have no experience and you do want to go, you better get you an internship ASAP before you finish. If you graduate without an internship, you might be cooked. Quee, is it worth joining the challenge if I haven't passed Security Plus yet? Yeah, definitely. I would say so. We always have a great time. It's a great 5 days. Base salary. Yeah, anywhere between 120 to 135. What's up, Carlton? How are you? Don't forget sign-on bonus. Yes, don't forget the sign-on bonus. Is a NIH clearance great to have? What's NIH? NIH. What's NIH? You got 209 people on here. Make sure you like and share the live. Make sure you like and share the live. I might just look for jobs with y'all for a little second because I haven't looked at any jobs today. I haven't looked for any jobs today. I'm looking for me something good, man. Let me see. I haven't looked at anything. I told you I've been looking for jobs in Italy. I come over here looking at Italy jobs every day. I'm like, if anything pops up, I think I want to go. It's not many jobs. I think this is all the old stuff. That's a couple. Would y'all live in New Mexico? NIH, National Institution of Health. I didn't even know I didn't know they had clearances. They hold like they have their own what do they call it? I forgot what they call it. But they have their own like org where they hold clearances. I didn't know that. Devon, you said you feel like you're getting underpaid as an IT system analyst, currently at 75. Yeah. So look, Devon, you want to get out of analyst, like any title that has analyst, technician, specialist. You want to get out of that role. You want to get to engineer, right? Go from system analyst to systems engineer. You got to get out of the analyst roles. Then you'll start to make some real money. Are we only looking on clearance jobs? I mean, I look anywhere. I look everywhere, wherever. I look on certain sites. I look all over. But I always start first with clearance jobs because clearance jobs is where most of the companies, they'll come on here and they'll post their jobs here first. So if I just do like the same searches every day, like if I just search like Oconus, I do like Oconus and I don't know, I try to do Linux or like Security Plus or whatever. I try to do like Oconus and Linux. So then I can see what's on here that's new. And see if they have anything overseas. That's interesting. Senior cloud system engineer. It doesn't look like you're going overseas though. 101 to 183. I always feel like Leidos is like, I feel like they lowball. Did you get a college degree? Yeah, I did. I went to college for computer science. So I went to college because I had a basketball scholarship, but I was already in GovTech. I got into GovTech at 16 with the A+ cert. Clearance Jobs sent me an email today for jobs. Yeah, you can definitely set up alerts if you have an account. I have an account, but I'm so like anal when it comes to my job search. I want to manually look and see what is popping up because there's so many jobs that they misclassify the jobs. They might not put them in the right category. There's jobs where sometimes the job title just does not match what like you're looking for, right? So that's something that I see a lot. So I'll just come through here because the jobs I'm looking for is very specific, right? Like, look at this. My search I put in is 151 jobs. Like, I can look for these jobs in like 2 minutes. So look at this. This is a job in Australia. Would y'all live in Australia? I don't know. What's this? Senior sysadmin. I don't have a poly though, so I couldn't do this. If you need poly day one, I couldn't do it. And it's low paying too. I don't know. One of my coworkers I had worked with overseas, he was with GDIT for a while. What's the easiest tech role? I think sysadmin, personally. I think sysadmin is the easiest tech role out there. What y'all think? What's a poly? A poly is a top secret polygraph clearance. So like, you know, the lie detector test. SATCOM, field engineering, field operations. Yeah. Let me see. You said you want to subscribe to their channels, but where do you find them? Whose channels? Too many critters in New Mexico? Yeah. I've never been. No, I've been in New Mexico before. I had to do some work out there. We were doing some like testing out in New Mexico. Flew into El Paso and drove to New Mexico. I can't, like, it was like an hour drive. I've been looking at these too. This Athena. I don't know. But this is a field service rep job. But I've been looking at these like Athena position. I don't know anything about this system. Athena or I don't know. Let's see. Proficiency with CAD. Yeah, so somebody was asking about what a poly was. There's two types of polygraphs. There's a counterintelligence poly and a full scope poly. Sysadmin salary range, it depends. It depends on your level of where you are in sysadmin. One of my students, he was a police officer. He got his Security Plus and his Red Hat certified sysadmin cert. His first job paid 109. He didn't have any tech experience at all. Sheila, you said you see me all over IG. You just happen to find my live today. What's up? What's up, Sheila? How are you? Eh. It doesn't look like anything new is up here, though. I've been seeing this job right here, but I don't like that it's got maintainer in the title because I'm not. No, maintainers are typically low paying jobs. So I'm like, I don't like that. If it was like integrator, engineer or something, but I don't know. It seems like it's going to be super low paying. 10 years of experience. Yo, I saw one job in Hampton, Virginia. Y'all know Hampton, right? That's where my mom's side of the family from, right? Saw one job in Hampton. Base salary was 185. I didn't even know they had any jobs in Hampton that paid that much at Langley Air Force Base. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Giant spiders and scorpions and snakes in Australia. I feel like the time zone would be too crazy. That's what I feel like. I feel like this time zone would be way too crazy. I think I applied for this job. I think I did. I'm not sure. But I haven't heard anything back. Yeah, I think I definitely applied to that job. You said you had a brother in the Air Force, did SATCOM for 25 years, loved it. He never even thought of going overseas. Wow. Derek said, love Hampton. Charity said, my family's in Hampton too. China said, not seeing a lot of entry-level positions in Florida. What type of position? What job titles? Am I familiar with North Texas University? No, not really. Texas is so big. I don't know too much about Texas besides like the main cities. Let me see. I gotta go and do my checks on my old company. I'm not gonna lie, they've been getting a little ghetto lately. So I don't know if I want to really go back. Any thoughts on cloud engineering and GovTech and transitioning to cloud architect? To transition to cloud architect, you're definitely gonna need to get some solution architect certs, and I think that's typically what you do. Solution architect certs. You're definitely gonna need to do like more architecting like on your current job, right? So if you're able to either like volunteer to do more like architecture and design, like if you do things like that on the job instead of just taking direction from other people, that'll help you get to architect. Doesn't look. Oh, rotational Oconus. Whenever I see that rotational Oconus, I'm always gonna look. But this is probably low paying. Field engineering specialist. That sucks. It's gonna be low paying, I'm sure. If it's rotational, I'm trying to do it. If I can go overseas and come back to the States, oh yeah. How much are they paying? They only got it. This is gonna be low paying. Raytheon's pay bands are so big. They're never gonna try to pay you at the top of the band. They're not. Let me see. I don't know anything about any of these systems. I don't see anything tech related here, really. Yeah. Oklahoma. I don't think I could live in Oklahoma. I don't care how close it is to Dallas. I couldn't live there. All right. Somebody said Jacksonville, Florida. Something about Jacksonville. Oh yeah, somebody was asking about like GovTech companies in Atlanta. Like if you just search by city, like Atlanta, they don't even have it up here. Let's see, I'll just do state and then maybe it'll come up. Yeah, state and then Atlanta. Like literally there's only 195 jobs in Atlanta total. Any great boot camps for beginners? You're leaving the military in 2 years and you start a class for your Security Plus November 1st. 500 a day. Do you have a clearance? If you got a clearance, you don't need a boot camp. I mean, just go on YouTube and do some labs. Which Red Hat cert do you recommend? Also, do we need additional cert with Security Plus if we have no experience? Red Hat, I recommend the Red Hat CSA, Certified Sysadmin. Do you need an additional cert with Security Plus? You have no experience. If you have no experience, I personally think Security Plus and the RHCSA plus either CYSA Plus or like a Splunk cert is probably the best thing you could do. Yeah, Atlanta has CDC roles. I see those a lot. There goes CDC right there. But they don't have many like roles like in general. Like outside of like outside of like the federal government jobs, like right now it's only 195 jobs in all of Atlanta on clearance jobs right now for government contractor. CISA physician. What's that mean? Oh. Yeah, but there is CISA down here though. I ran into like one of my old roommates. One of the CSAs is down here in Atlanta. He claims that they're going to be hiring some more CSAs in the future, but he hasn't been responding to my emails. Look, I'm telling y'all guys, it's all about the follow up. If you meet somebody when you're out in networking, you need to consistently follow up. Send them an email like at least once every other week when you first meet them. If they don't respond, then try to send them an email maybe like once a month, just following up. Like, hey, I'm just following up. Remember you met me with such and such. I'm just following up. Here's my resume again. Here's my background, blah, 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 right? You got to consistently follow up. The people who follow up win. The people who stay in touch with other people win. That's how you win with your network. You can't just meet somebody one time, reach out to them one time, and then never reach out to them again. If you do that, they're not going to remember you, right? Like, imagine you meet somebody 3 months ago, you reached out to them the first time you met them 3 months ago, and then you don't ever reach out to them again. You reach out to them maybe 3 months later, 4 months later. They're not going to remember you. You got to consistently follow up. Even if they're not responding, they see your emails. Let's see. I'm trying to see what's in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I've been trying to get jobs with Anduril. I've been trying to get jobs with them. And some of the other like new type of like VC GovTech companies. I want some of those pre-IPO shares bad. Deloitte. This is new. These weren't up here before, all these Deloitte jobs. See, ServiceNow developer. I'm telling you, it's way more ServiceNow jobs than it is Salesforce. A lot of companies right now are trying to get Salesforce out of their environment. They're working on building AI solutions and AI like in-house CRMs, so they don't have to pay Salesforce anymore. How technical do I think the SharePoint position is? Where is it at? I saw it. It's up here somewhere. Let me see. I don't look SharePoint. It just gives me a headache. It's so old school. Where's the SharePoint position at? It's so daggone old school, man. I don't know what's going on in SharePoint. I don't even see the SharePoint position. Look at this business admin position right here. Galen, look at this. You could. Here go another one with SharePoint. CDC is old. They got all these SharePoint positions. Business intake manager in Chambly. I don't know. I mean, I don't think SharePoint's that hard, but I just think it's just an old tech that a lot of people don't know. But, you know, I would first go to YouTube and look at some labs and see, is it something you could tackle? Salesforce developer. Oh, here goes Salesforce job. Clearance eligible. Well, my boy from overseas just hit me up now. I'm trying. I don't want it to come up on the screen. Hold up. Okay, cool. It's over here. Look, I'm telling my boy right now, I want to come to Guam. Let's see. Network, don't be shy. Yes, you need a network. Y'all need a network. You need to make it a goal this week. Network with, what's today, Monday? Try to network with 5 new people. Like, network for real. Don't just reach out to them one time and never talk to them again. Here goes sysadmin role with Tech System. I don't know. I haven't heard too many great things about Tech Systems, but I think they're a great company. Like, get your foot in the door. AWS. I'm trying not to scroll too fast. I don't know how it looks on the screen. But you see the way I scroll. I scroll super, super fast. Do I still like Solana? Swagtastic. I'm Solana Beez. What you mean? I'm Solana Beez. Solana and Whiff going crazy. I got it on 20% per page. Only use like in the DoD position, yeah. How do you even network? Coffee chats? I would say like first, something you could do, go to meetup.com, go see if there's any events happening around in your area, just tech events, right? You never know. Or if you have government contractor companies in your area, what you can do is see if they have like any open houses or any like networking events happening. Or you could just reach out to somebody on LinkedIn and say like, hey, you know, I don't know, depends what your angle is. Like, hey, you know, I'm looking to get into tech. We used to go to school together. You interested in meeting up with me? It don't even have to be coffee, like whatever. Like, I don't know. If they black, you wanna meet up, Chick-fil-A somewhere, whatever. It doesn't matter. You wanna meet up and catch up and kind of like talk about what you do. And I want to talk about, you know, a little bit more about the company. Do I have any experience with Lidos? No, they always deny me. I don't know what's up with Lidos. They always deny me. ITPM. I don't even see any Andero jobs up here. I'm done looking at these Atlanta jobs. They're looking pitiful. I'm done looking at those. Let me see. What questions y'all got? I'm going to probably take one more question before I go. I said I was only going to be on here for an hour today. No, yeah, 6-figure tech challenge. Yes, 6-figure tech challenge. It's a 5-day challenge that I do. So 5-day challenge. By the end of the challenge, You're going to learn about, how you can use my strategies to get your first GovTech job. You're going to lead with a GovTech resume. You're also going to learn about how you can manage your GovTech finances, and then hopefully one day, reach GovTech millionaire status. Never too old to get started in tech. Never too old to get started in tech. Is a computer operator a good position? It's a good entry level position. It's like help desk. Jazz, you want to buy my financial starter kit book? I gotta update it. I don't feel right selling it knowing how much has changed since 2019. Like, I wrote the book Q4 2019, and I came out with it. Was it 2020? Or was it Q4 2018? And I came out with it 2019. I gotta look and see. Military security with a secret clearance. Where would you start? Security Plus. Devin, Lidos be hating. They don't like us. I don't know. I feel like either my salary range is too high for Lidos, because I feel like they don't pay that well from what I see. Yodi, you must come back every 5 minutes or something. We answered your question so many times, Yodi. Are entry-level positions remote? Most of the time they're not. You're gonna need some experience first, but sometimes you can get an entry-level position that's remote. But I would say if I was entry-level, I would want to go into the office so I could shadow my coworkers, meet people, network with people, and expand my network. A lot of people really downplay networking. Networking will get you further than anything out here. Anything out here, I'm telling you. Olivia, GovTech millionaire. I'm 46 and pivoting because money doesn't age. Money doesn't age, and the government sector, they do not discriminate. So they don't discriminate when it comes to age or anything like that. So there's actually protections, I think, after you turn 45. There's like ageism protections. So Derek, go outside, people. Yes, go outside, meet somebody. Meet somebody new this week. But yeah, but if you are trying to come to GovTech Con, I want you to definitely come. Today, we're doing 20% off for Columbus Day. Use the discount code Columbus. I also put it right here. I pinned it as well. So definitely, if you want to come to GovTech Con, you should definitely come. I haven't officially announced it yet anywhere, but we will be having, I don't know if I said this a couple of days ago, but we will be having the White House in the house at GovTech Con. Their technical recruiters will be there. Their team will be there talking about how you can get into GovTech, what you can do to get into the industry. It's going to be government contractors there, government agencies there, technical workshops, career workshops. You're going to come meet people, network. You never know who you're going to meet, right? Whoever you meet, they could be your next employer, or they could be somebody who you're friends with long term, right? Like, I still have friends with people that I worked with when I was 18 years old, like literally 18 years old, which is crazy. It makes me feel old. So, you never know. You never know who you can meet. Use critical thinking. Thanks for the super chat. You said I'll be having the exact military branch Lidos is looking for, the exact tech background, and Lidos will still reject me and not even send an email. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know if Lidos is putting out recs because they have to and they already have somebody internally, but I always get rejected. So, I mean, I still go and look on there because I'm going to look, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Lidos. Yes, the White House will be at GovTech Con. U.S. Digital Services will be at GovTech Con. It's going to be lit. Tim, I appreciate you. When do you want to go live? When do you want to go live together? Let me know. When you want to go live together? We can go live. I don't know if they're ready for that, but we can go live for sure. What comes with the VIP ticket? So VIP ticket at GovTechCon, you will get, just to kind of like break everything down, you'll get VIP registration. So like you'll have a completely separate line. We are capping VIP tickets. So we only have about 100 VIP tickets left. So you'll get a completely separate line. You will also get, VIP badging. You'll get a VIP swag bag with like GovTech merch, merch from our other partners that we have. You also will get VIP seating in the keynote area, and also in the other workshops and things like that. We're going to be doing a VIP welcome reception, a VIP brunch or dinner. We're trying to decide which one. And then we also are going to be having a GovTechCon party on Saturday, and you'll get free access to the party as well. But it'll be an overall like VIP experience, right? So if you want to have like a different experience, and I'm going to do something special too, like only for the VIP people. So we'll do something. It'll just be us. We'll be vibing in person. It's going to be great. So yeah. Y'all don't know who Tam is? Come on now. Y'all don't know who she is? She's on her other page. She's on her personal page right now. She's on her personal page right now. Hey, Shahan, that's good. You heard back from Lidos. That's a good sign. You better follow up with them. They love to ghost. You better follow up on them. They love to ghost. What networking event am I referring to? GovTechCon. GovTechCon is the conference through my nonprofit organization. So it's a 3-day conference from December 18th to December 20th. We will have a 2-day career expo. So there's going to be government agencies, government contractors there. They will be hiring on the spot. We have interview booths. We'll also have keynote speakers. So we have Tam is going to be there. You see Tam in here. She will be there speaking, dropping gems about GovTech, dropping gems about finances. So we're doing a dope session on finances, of course, and Tam is going to be there. It's probably going to be all of us on that panel, I think. And we also will have technical workshops as well. I'm hoping that Tam will bless us with a technical workshop. I'm praying that she will. We'll see. And then we'll have career workshops as well. LinkedIn will be there too, doing the LinkedIn workshops, and headshots. And AWS Skills Center will be bussing people over. It's a ton of stuff, right? So ton of things that are going to be happening at GovTechCon. You don't want to miss it. It's in Arlington, Virginia, just 5 minutes from DC. You don't want to miss it. This is going to be our first year, and I'm super excited. Super excited. Who want to fly your cyber auntie out to GovTechCon? Tax write-off. Yes. Nikki, I would ask ChatGPT same exact question. You're interested in cyber or sysadmin? Sysadmin will probably be the easiest. Try to go sysadmin first. Security plus, RACSA. Then make that jump to cybersecurity compliance. Probably get the SISM. Everybody know who Tam is. Good. I'm glad y'all do. So make sure you come to GovTechCon. All right, let me get out of here before my fiance kills me, because I was only supposed to be on here for an hour. I always stay way longer, but I definitely appreciate y'all for vibing out with me another night. This is day 3 of me going live. We got 57 more days of me going live up until GovTechCon. So if you want to come to GovTechCon, use the code Columbus. You'll get 20% off. Let me drop it in the chat too. You'll get 20% off if you want to come to GovTechCon. It's going to be a great time. We also have a room block too. So the hotel room's like $109 per night. So once you get your ticket, you'll get an email with the room block information so you can book your hotel. But can't wait to see y'all. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for vibing with me. I'm going to see y'all later.